The Grim Tale of Grace Macabre, Chapter 43. Grace leaned back in her chair, overwhelmed with wonder. She had now experienced 4 supernatural events. The nightmare with Justin and the dead kids had given her the Oikos badge. The dream with Sara and the ancient tree in the forest had given her the feather. Seeing her rotting corpse in the mirror had given her the strange word, SEKANSEHTLLIK. And now this event was the most amazing one yet, and it had given her yet another strange word. The morning was transformed from a single moment of beauty into an event of majestic, mind-altering wonder. She wished she could use her free will to force the flowers and the strawberry dragonflies to return. Knowing that she could not, she felt empty. The transformation of the strawberries in the bowl clearly defined the limits of the power of her free will and humbled her and terrified her. She could no longer doubt that something greater than herself was at work. If there is some powerful force at work here, what is it? She thought. And what does it want of me? Ari finished his call and stepped beside her. What's the matter? She reluctantly pulled her thoughts from the beauty and mystery of the strawberry dragonflies. What do you mean? She replied. It was clear that he had witnessed none of what had happened. The look on your face is hard to explain, he replied. You look saudade. Well, I've never heard that word, Grace said. What does it mean? Well, it means a deep longing for something that is missing, Ari replied. Grace considered the word and realized that it fit perfectly. Her soul had been lifted, her reality altered in such a profound way, and she deeply longed for more. Exactly, she said. Ari gave an inquisitive tilt to his head, carefully watching her reaction. So, why are you feeling so saudade? I was just taking in this glorious morning, she said, her heart yearning for the strawberry dragonflies, wanting them more than her new freedom and wealth. Just a few days ago, I was this incredibly shy girl, knowing that I'd never get to truly experience life, and now here I am. So much has happened. I met you, and now I'm wealthy and in control of my life, but it feels as if it isn't enough, or maybe it's too much, or maybe it doesn't even matter in the grand scheme of things. Too much? Ari said. Doesn't matter? How can wealth and control not be the point of life? Grace closed her eyes and strained to find the words to explain. She considered the wonder of the badge, the feather, and the dragonflies. Maybe there's more to life than those things, Grace said. Ari was silent for a long moment, as if trying to read her mind. I think I know what's going on here, he said. Humans don't like change, even change for the better. When something good happens, subconsciously they feel they don't deserve it. They long for their old lives, even to the point that feeling as if something is missing. It's called imposter syndrome. What he said made sense to her on a superficial level, but it didn't explain the deeper mystery of these strange events. She considered telling him about her visions. She wanted to know what he thought about them, but her intuition made her hold back. Ari could see she was wrestling with something. He knelt beside her. What's going on? Just tell me. Are we okay? Grace looked up. She didn't want him to worry. She loved him. He had played such an important role in helping her bloom from a shy girl into a confident woman. She decided to keep her visions a secret, for now. But, considering Ari was so good with words, she decided to ask him what agape meant. If she understood that word, maybe she would get some clarity to what was behind all these supernatural events. "Of course we're okay," she said, reaching out and taking his hand in hers. "I heard a strange word, and I've been trying to understand what it means." "Obviously, I'm pretty good with that kind of stuff," he replied, a smile spreading across his face. "I can help you." Ari took his phone from his pocket and pulled up a web browser. "If I don't know it, we can look it up." "What is it?" Grace was thankful for his help and squeezed his hand. She liked having him to rely on. It made her feel grown up, mature. "The word is agape," she said. Ari jerked back as if in a spasm. He violently yanked his hand from hers and stumbled back from the table. Beads of sweat popped out on his brow, and his face contorted with pain. Grace shot up from her chair. "Ari, what's wrong? Are you okay?" He hunched over, turned from her, and put his hands over his face. "Yes," he grunted, his voice thick, throaty. "I'm okay. Something stung me." "Oh, no," she said, and reached out to comfort him. "Let me take a look." He pulled away from her and lurched toward the house. "No, it's okay. I need to get inside. I'm allergic." Grace was confused. "To bee stings?" "Yes," he replied, his voice guttural and distorted, as if his throat were swelling closed. "I'm allergic to bee stings. I've got medicine in the bathroom. I'll be okay in a few minutes." He pushed through the multi-paned door and stumbled inside, leaving her standing in the golden morning glow, confused and afraid and strangely empty.